We are live.
Raven, the GM, Joe, 1/3 of the Cybermen.
Sam, the legend behind the check.
We are live.
Why is everyone wearing white t-shirts? Like, don't do this.
I'm always coloured. I don't know what you're talking about.
Is it the bright lights?
Wait, did you say that already?
Yeah. This guy.
Hey guys, I'm Joe, 1/3 of the Cybermen.
And I'm Raven, your GS.
I'm Sam, Mr. Blitz too.
And welcome to is this the inaugural, the first episode of the Cyber Show?
Indeed, sir, it is.
And what a way to start off. We're starting off with the best and worst of 2017, the year that's just gone. Bye 2017.
It's been gone.
Oh yeah, because we're in the future.
Here we are.
You guys work that out.
Come like cable on that.
Alright, so how this is going to go is we've all got one thing that we think was the best, and we've got an honourable mention, and then we've got one thing that is the worst, and we've got honourable mention. Now, what we didn't discuss is what are we going to talk about first, the good stuff or the bad stuff?
You know what? Yeah, because
I think we
the
should...
year did.
I always like good news first. I say good news
You
first.
say go good first. See, I think we should get the bad stuff out of the way.
See, but the
And
year
then-
started good, but then they also ended up good.
Yeah, that's what I'm
So
saying.
it's kinda like,
yeah, let's start with the bad stuff and then take it uphill and end on a positive note.
I like that. I like that.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Do you?
Alright, cool. So Sam, do you want to go first?
I'll go first.
Alright, so what is this? Let's go. What's your honourable mention for like the worst thing or most disappointing thing or thing you didn't like the most in 2017?
Ooh, that's a difficult one because, you know, I tend to like a lot of stuff. Where it be like Baby Driver for some people, Wonder Woman for others.
Cosplayers.
Cause, so, what the anywho, so, worst thing, it was a comic book as well, and I read a comic book. Honorable mention for a comic book. What was it? I can't remember now.
This is for your worst?
Yeah, like honorable mention for my worst. I can't remember where it was. I read it and I was just like, this is garbage. Like, no one will be picking this up.
Does it have a name, Sam?
It does have a name.
Is
but
it Marvel,
it's so
DC?
bad. I think it was Marvel, and it's flying out my mind. That's how bad it was. It was a comic book though. It was meant to be a storyline. Anyway, this is move on. I'll go on to my worst for 2017.
Wait. Let's. Do you want to go through everyone's honourable mentions and then come back, or do you just want to do you?
Yeah, let's do that.
Alright, so guys, you know how we do off the cuff and that. But my honourable mention for the worst thing in 2017, or I'm gonna go like not worst, but worst / most disappointing. And I'm gonna cheat. I'm picking two things.
Ooh.
I don't know if I'm really cheating, but I'm picking Wonder Woman on one hand and Justice League in the other hand. I'm gonna push them together and just say the DCEU.
Ooh.
That is the worst thing for me of 2017.
That's not honorable mention, or that is.
No, that's my honourable mention.
Oh.
That's just my honourable mention.
Ooh.
That's my honourable mention.
You know what?
Get me?
I accept that because they're both on the same level.
Yeah. The thing is, guys, like, I like the Justice League movie. I think it's alright. It's a cool movie. Yeah, do you know what I'm saying? It's possible. I'm not going to watch it every week, but it's cool. Like, Wonder Woman, I don't like that much, but the reason I've got this as my honourable mention for one of my most disappointing things of 2017 is like, I feel like it is just full of missed opportunities. It's just, you've got, like, they've got everything set up to be amazing and they just fall flat on their face, like, terribly. Justice League is just like, story-wise, it's not great, graphics, it's not great, character-wise, it's not great. Like, it's just good. It's just okay. Like, it's a 5 out of 10 on all scales. Like, that's disappointing. Do you know what I'm saying?
It's just your typical DC.
Yeah, it is that. Yeah, and that's one of my things that DC have continued to just be DC in 2017. Like, they never got better. They didn't really get worse. They just continued on this path of nothingness. Like, yeah, it's quite disappointing, isn't it? But that's my honourable mention, the DCEU.
My honourable mention is along with you. It was Wonder Woman. It was very disappointing for me. So, as my top 3 DC, the movie that just didn't live up to it, man. I think there was only like a couple of segments that lived up to it, and then everything was just like, just crashed and burned everything. Regardless of what was being said out there, that is great. They did all these numbers and that's cool. I mean, listen, 2017 with great marketing, you can do anything. But the truth is, the movie wasn't that great, and I was quite disappointed by it.
That's cool, man. Let's go on to our actual worst thing of 2017. I'm gonna start with me this time. Is that cool?
Do you think, sir?
Bro, so like my actual worst thing of 2017, the most disappointing thing of 2017 is, and it's really hard for me to say this because I've got a love-hate relationship with this, is Star Wars Battlefront 2.
Okay.
I knew someone thought I was gonna say episode 8, but no, not episode 8. Love that.
Can I just say something?
Oh, go on.
EA.
Ah, okay, yeah. See, maybe my issue should be with EA and not Battlefront 2. But like, Battlefront 2 is an amazing game. Multiplayer, online, graphics, sound design, playing with other people, playing solo, amazing. But there's so many dumb mistakes. Like, they're not even mistakes. Like they just.
Those are no mistakes, bro.
I don't even know how to say it. Like, they really just try to go out there and like rob people, force people into giving them extra money after playing this game, and it makes the game disappointing. It takes the game from being like a 9 or an 8 and puts it to like a 4.5 or a 5. Like their whole leveling system, the whole progression system, the whole loot boxes, the whole having to patch everything, the whole EA being investigated for gambling has just put a whole damper on this game. And don't even let me get started on the trophy system.
Jesus.
So what's crazy about the trophy system is like, I feel like EA, not EA, yes, EA, yeah. I feel like EA made the trophy lineup as well, because you got 2 trophies in there. One that is get to level 50. Like, most games this is cool, but in this game, with the progression system that's so slow, it'd take like a legit 200-300 hours. Okay, maybe I'm over exaggerating, but like at least 150 hours to get to level 50. Like, that shouldn't be a trophy. Like, you shouldn't force me into playing your game for 200 hours to get the platinum on it. And I'm currently at what, like 89%. Like, I need 2 trophies. The other one I'm not gonna talk about because it's skill based and I can do it. But do you know what I'm saying? Like, it's annoying.
You know what?
Go on.
I'm gonna jump in because I have to agree with you, sir. You know what, yeah? Like, the more we play this game, the more we find out how, like, all these little things that went wrong. And it got to one point, me as playing that, I only want to play this when I'm with a group of people now. Because just the grinding, the system, the mechanics, Jesus Christ, shit, man. It's just so bad. Like, trying to shoot with an obstacle. I'm not even that close to the obstacle, but I can't with an object. Sorry, and I can't even shoot. I have to 5 steps to the left to shoot someone. They get killed. It's pretty bad. I mean, they got all the right ingredients, but you just didn't stir the pot enough. You know, you just didn't add a little bit of this, little bit, and it's just that 4.5 that you're talking about.
Yeah. And the thing was mad about this is I love the game. I play the game every day. It's a good game. But these things
I'm ready for that.
These things make it not be a masterpiece. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, so that's my worst thing for 2017. What way?
No, we got some.
What way?
Yeah, go side.
Me? Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
go side.
Even though it was like my worst thing of 2017, is also the most disappointing as well, because you see the trailers, it got me hyped up. It just looked crazy, and then you watch the movie and you're like, how did you get from this to this? Oh yeah, because Snyder dropped out, and then you got Josh Whedon having to direct. You got trying to edit Superman's moustache out. You got all these other factors coming in, and it's Justice League.
It's Justice League.
It's Justice League. It's disappointing. Like, it should have been good. It should have been the Avengers of the DC.
I tell you what it is, the crap league. That's what it is, fam. The crap league. That is without cursing or swearing. And we're not even into all that, bashing people and being negative and that. But we're hardcore fans. So sometimes you kind of have to be harsh about it.
I was looking forward to a black suited Superman. I was looking forward to seeing Darkseid. I was looking forward to this, that, and the other. And you could tell that the vision was just messed up along the way. You could just tell that there was too many chefs in the kitchen. It just went wrong.
Let me dive onto this. One thing, yeah, that really annoys me about this is because like you're saying you wanted to see a black suit Superman. I didn't even like certain people went in with expectations, and I had expectations. My only expectation was to see a good movie. Yeah, so that kind of stuff doesn't bother me. What does bother me is that they don't even stick to the character, like the tone of characters that they set up in previous movies. Now, this here is one thing I can never forgive. Yeah, like Superman, don't be like this in this movie and be like this in that movie. And if he is, give us a logical reason. So Superman waking up in Justice League being all crazy, cool. I understand that he was dead, he woke up, blah blah blah. Now, I don't know how Batman turns from brooding warehouse, I'm taking out everyone Batman. It's like, yeah, like this, like we've got to save the world, to jokey, bumbling Batman making like jokes that are not funny.
I've actually never seen a Batman like that before.
Bro,
Never. Wait.
we have seen one. Batman and Robin. We've seen him in Batman and Robin. We've seen him in Batman Forever, and we've seen Adam West's Batman. No, that's like
yeah, but
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
that says a lot.
Yeah, it's comedy.
Yeah.
It's comedy. That's not Batman. And like someone's gonna be like, well, this is their interpretation. No, their interpretation of Batman was Batman vs Superman. Batman.
Exactly.
I just wanted to see that guy in Justice League. He's not in there. That frustrates me. Yeah, like no. More than not having a black suit or a CGI mustache is not like staying along the path that you set yourself in the previous movie. Anyway, like I'm getting hot right now.
Well, that's what I'm saying, like, it just shows the levels of how the mistakes were just constantly just getting piled on. Also, I said the stars getting removed and no black suit. It just shows that, obviously you're saying I was expecting and stuff, but at the same time it was almost like the decisions they made led to the fault that we've got.
Yeah.
You know what? You said you went in with one expectation.
Yeah.
I went in zero expectation. Zero. Because you know what? Because it's we've been getting this. Year in, year out, we've been getting this. So you know, I was like, you know what? I'm just going to go in neutral. And I'm just going to take the movie for what it is. And yet, I still walked out frustrated. How do you do that? Like, everybody was gassed. Everybody, okay, we hyped on, you know, we saw the trailers, you know, we jumped around. Yes, we're happy because we're getting that. The first, Justice League movie. We're supposed to be happy for it. We're fans, okay? Right. They going in. I'm like, no, I'm neutral today. I'm just going to go in, take what it is, okay? First viewing, second viewing, third viewing. And you're just like, the more you see, the more you're like, how do you get this bad? And you're just like, you're not creating something, like you're just not creating. You know what? I think it would have been better off you picked up a comic book and literally take page for page and ran the movie. You'd have been better off, and you wouldn't have to use, you know, brain cells that you actually don't have. I don't know. I don't know. And I'm not trying to be a nasty person, but I love DC Comics. And how do we get this back?
This is the first episode. Like, why do you?
We go to the negatives. I'm sorry.
Let's get to see. Now I'm scared to ask what your worst.
Oh yeah, because now I'm about to.
What's your worst thing
Alright,
of 2017?
So just you understand that this kind of plays out to everything that's being pushed out. I'm talking about Star Wars Rebels, right? So they decide. Wait, no.
What's
Wait,
that?
I'm gonna get there. No, I'm gonna get there.
Okay.
Let me get there.
Sorry,
Let me get
my
there.
chest right.
Let me get there, right? So now they decide to bring out a Darth Maul comic book. So
That makes sense.
Me, you know, watching Rebels, and okay, you're gonna bring something special because one, you didn't do Injustice episode 1, right?
Okay.
He's been doing great in Clone Wars. Now you have him in Rebels, so we're getting a 5-issue run on Maul when he was younger. Okay, my friends, this pains me because you know what? I have to wait every month. Okay, movie came out in February. Not the movie. The comic came out in February, and he was just like, it's just the most disappointing thing You know, like, it's just like I didn't get nothing from all, like zero, nothing, and it was just like, I mean, okay, the art was great, but come on, it's art. I mean, these, you know, the comic artists, they're amazing, you know, they work, but then the story, I was just like, it's rubbish. It's absolutely rubbish, and then we get the end of Rebels, and it's just like, well, so you set me up for failure, and it's just like.
Do you know what's mad about that is that in this same year they've released Darth Vader, which is like savage,
So
like which is like
amazing.
so lit,
So
like,
amazing,
It's
man.
mad, and like some of their other comic books are really good. Do you know what I'm saying? I didn't read the Maul series, but it would make sense that they did a really good Maul run because like. Pretty much in 2017, Darth Maul really came to an end. You know what I'm saying?
So
that would have been good, but
I mean, everything else that we have is Legends,
yeah.
right? This is canon, and I'm left here just hanging. It's just like, it's really disappointing to me, man. And I don't even know the reason why you gave us that, because you didn't really give us anything.
Well, Marvel can't always be perfect. But do you know what? Let's brush all of this negativity to the side. Gone. Now, let's all. I feel like we need to. Like,
Oh, we're gonna get the honorable mentions, yeah.
honorable mention. So now, okay, guys, we're moving on. We're moving on to the positives, the good things, the things
Yes.
we loved about 2017. And who? Let's start with
Let me
you. You've
get-
been
yes,
very,
yes.
you've been very negative for a second.
Let me.
Let them know you ain't the Grinch. Go ahead.
Logan.
Honorable mention.
My honorable mention
Okay.
is Logan.
Wow. Okay.
He can be my number one honorable mention. It doesn't matter. Masterpiece. Oh my god, I love this movie. I love everything about it. I love the story. I love how they ended. I love Charles Xavier. Oh, Calabash. Jeez, he's sick. I'm forgetting the little girl's name.
Laura.
But Laura, I was actually thinking that the actress'
actual
name,
name,
but Laura, she's a beast. Oh my goodness, her performance, I think she outdid Hugh Jackman. I'm telling yo, I was watching this movie again the other day. I stay watching this movie. I might be working and I'll have the movie in the background, and sometimes I'm not even watching the screen, right? And I can just hear it. And you know, the first half of the movie, she's not even talking, and you can just hear the anger just coming out, and it's just like,
Fam, are you okay today?
yes,
Wow.
yes, amazing. We're out here.
Anyway, yes, look, Logan bangs. Logan is a sick movie. It's probably my favourite movie of 2017, like easily. Love it.
Yeah, Hugh Jackman, like good send off. Logan's sick, like
Yeah,
probably
but
the best movie of
did
2017.
we do a review for Logan?
Bravo.
We got to do a Logan review at some point.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Did we do it?
I don't know.
Big boy.
Oh, we did, and then
We'll do it.
someone somewhere
Fox.
decided to. Oh, but Fox is owned by
Fox.
Fox.
Star.
I mean, Logan's not owned by. Oh, they are because it's old.
Anyway, all right. So what? My honourable mention. In fact, let's go to Sam. Sam, what's your honourable mention for
My
2017?
honorable mention for 2017 is Baby Driver. These guys hate so much. Baby Driver is a good movie. Edgar Wright
movie.
is a sick director. Like this guy, like I can't fault his movies, you know. And like Scott Pilgrim,
Joe H.
and then it comes with Baby Driver. I wasn't expecting too much. Then I saw the trailers. I was like, yo, look what this guy's doing. I got to see the rest of the movie and I loved it. Action sick. I don't know how he got musical tones to go with the movie. And it's not a musical. Who does that? Edgar Wright. Sick movie, honorable mention, 2017.
I do agree with that. The soundtrack, sound score is just brilliant. I mean, I think that's the most prolific thing about this movie is just the way they got the scenes going with the sound.
Yeah,
Hands down.
I'm gonna jump on what Raven says. The best thing about this is the music, because everything else doesn't make sense.
Yeah, at some point
Like,
kind of like
the movie's like 30 minutes too long. He rides off into the sunset with this chick. after going to jail for like a week.
We're
Like,
supposed to be
Positive,
positives,
right,
man,
it's
positive.
no, this is his positives. I don't like the movie. I don't like the movie. I don't like the movie. And no, I don't like Scott Pilgrim either. Yeah, well, like,
Jesus.
who fights their last 10 exes of their partner? Like, fam, it's not that serious,
It's not
fam.
that serious, exactly. Have you not read comic books before?
Anyway, fam, I've never seen Batman fight his ex-7 girlfriends, fam. I've never seen that. I've never seen
That's
that.
all of them. Gotham Sirens always girlfriends. Get me?
Oh my god. Well, let me get back there.
Get to yours. Get to yours.
My honourable mention for positives, I can't even remember. What was he talking about?
Best about
Positives.
Best about
Positives. What was yours? It was Logan.
Logan. Yeah.
I think my honourable mention,
Was it a movie?
was it a movie?
Was it a movie? Was it a game? Comic?
No, the Marvel Netflix series, the one, the only, Punisher.
Mad.
Bro, now listen. Now, if we want to put the best Netflix TV shows in order, I'm gonna say Punisher is here, and Daredevil season 1 and 2 are right here, like this, like sick, both of them. Like, bro, I never thought when they introduced, when they was like, oh, we're gonna bring Punisher into season 2 of Daredevil, I was one of those guys who was like, really? Do we need him? Then after episode 6, the first episode he's in, I was like, yes, we need him. This is necessary. Okay, no, that's not the first episode he's in. He's in the episode like 1. He's in all the episodes, but like you really get into their story in like episode 2 or 3. But I was like, yeah. So when it was like, we're gonna do his own series, I was skeptical again. I was like, no, Punisher's a sideman, and he did great in Daredevil as a sideman. Don't give him his own series. Then I watched episode 1 of the series, and I said, yes, I need this. This is lit, bro. Like, his whole story's sick. Like, I'm not really into like modern day war veterans and their stories. Like, I don't watch those kind of movies, but his whole story, his background, his mission, what he's out to do, the way they tie this into the rest of the Netflix Marvel Cinematic Universe, mwah, mwah, and bravo, it's mad, bro.
You guys speak Italian.
It's lit, bro. It's so lit. Well, this is just honourable mentions, isn't it?
Yeah.
Bro.
No, I gotta agree with that,
Yeah,
man.
bro.
I mean, the way they've put it together, like you said, you know, it's like a, you know, he's a side character. Is an anti-hero. You know, the only reason why it's kind of a hero-ish because, you know, he's avenging his family.
Man's a villain, fam.
But yeah, you know,
Man's a straight villain,
It's a villain, but the way they've tied up the
Yeah.
story together and make everything about him, and you know what ripples out. Like you said, bravo.
There's no. It's lit, bruv. Like, it's so sick, bruv.
Jesus.
It's like, it takes me so back to the, like, there's parts of this do you know what's crazy is this is a rated 18, R-rated, whatever show. But there's parts of this show that take me back to the Spider-Man animated series when he used to drive around in a purple van with Micro in the back. And I was like, how did they translate this so correctly? And then they've also just got the level of savagery in this. The level of barefoot, barefaced, caveman savagery in this is off the charts, bruv. Like, I've never seen heads explode the way they explode in this, bruv.
Let me jump in. You know, when we had that little reaction, and I was like, are they gonna be able to show you this like in a raw? Yeah, they did. Like, they came through. It's a beast. Obviously, I love chaos. I love things blowing up. Like, and this series is just, you're making me want to watch it again.
Bruv, it's mad. It's mad.
It's
mad.
Did you watch it, Sam? 2 words. John Befferner.
See, look, this is, I don't want us to turn into the Punisher review, but when you're talking about Hugh Jackman could only play Wolverine, or is Wolverine, Robert Downey Jr. is Iron Man, what's his name?
John Befferner?
Yeah, it's something like that. He is Punisher, bro. Do you know what's mad is, when I saw him firstly in The Walking Dead, I was like, oh, this guy's a sick villain. But then, when I saw him as the Punisher, I was like, yo,
Super sick.
you are Frank Castle, fam. You are him, bro.
No one else now,
It's
is it?
mad, bruv. It's mad. Like, I don't want to. Nah, don't do it. No one else. Him.
No one else.
Yeah, you're Frank Castle, fam.
There you go.
Wear that
There you
thing.
have
Love that. Punisher.
Alright.
Guys, if you ain't seen it, check it out. And what's your honourable mention, yeah?
I already had mine.
Yeah, now we're going
Oh,
to
I was the last one.
Yeah. Now we're
Oh.
going on to
The best.
the best,
The best.
creme de la creme,
Hey.
everything of 2017 with the TCN stamp on it.
Okay, wait. He's already said Baby Driver, so I don't think there's anything he can say that can make me mad. So I'm gonna go first.
Go ahead.
Because I wouldn't want to end negatively if he said something crazy. So I'm gonna go first. Now, my favourite thing. This was really hard to pick, but Star Wars Episode 8, yeah. I just don't know.
Kill it.
This thing here.
Kill it if you must.
Jesus Christ. Yeah. Star Wars Episode 8 is just my favourite thing of 2017. In 2017, I watched it 4 times in the cinema. I'm going to try and do more than that in 2018. I love this movie. And do you know what's crazy about this? Like, there's things in this movie that aren't perfect. But, like, this is how good the movie is. The things that are right are so right. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I just had so much fun watching this movie, getting deeper into Star Wars mythology, lore, and all that stuff, bro. Man, I love this thing throughout and full. Kylo Ren, bro.
I was just waiting for you to say that.
I don't even want to talk about. I don't want to talk about young Ben Solo, bro. I'm trying to stay off it. You get me? But check out the spoiler review if you want to hear me rant about Kylo Ren. But Star Wars Episode 8, bro. I'm sweating just thinking about the movie, fam. I gotta relax. I love it. Madness, bro.
I'm not even gonna add anything to it. I've seen it 5 times. That just shows you, and I'm still trying to watch it more. I gotta break my record of 6, which is for Force Awakens. So I definitely got to break with this movie.
Me. Well, no, the movie is sick though. Like, I went to watch the movie, and Raven already knows. Flipping the edge of my seat, like, just the scenes. I was like, oh my lord, is that going on? Why would they do that? And it's just like all the time, the fight scenes, that light speed, like no one done that. I never thought they would do that. Like light speed for a ship, for 10 seconds of silence.
Don't do what you're doing, right? See, you're trying to gas man right now. You're trying to get man to go to the cinema after we record this.
Man.
Just relax, fam.
Just that scene alone, I'm like,
Yeah, that was like some Hans Zimmer stuff right there, bro. That scene is peak, bro. It's peak. But you know, now that you mentioned, in space, there's that right at the beginning when Poe's going ham, and then he just exploded in the turrets, and then he just goes boom,
And he zip. Man just drops out of speed. Wings closed, turn around. Hey,
man.
man's
Come
not
on now.
hot, fam.
Jesus.
Scenes are just
Man. That listen.
panache.
Let's move on, man. Star Wars Episode 8 bangs.
It's good.
Yeah.
It's good.
Who's next? Sam?
Okay, who's next?
Next, Sam?
Alright, cool, I'll go next. So, I love my games.
Mm-hmm.
And I love my fighters.
Mm-hmm.
And I love my comic books.
Mm-hmm.
What's a good mix between the 3? Anyone want to guess?
Je ne sais pas. Je don't play games.
Man, come with the fridge. Injustice 2, Oh my lord.
Thanks.
I'm still playing this game now. I'm still watching the trailers now. I can't wait for them to like the Ninja Turtles. I'm still waiting on the Ninja Turtles. It's 2018, but still, this game had the story, had the multiverses going on, had the online, had the new characters. I can go on. This game is amazing. This game is a good fighter.
Yeah, but have to dive in because fighting games is just not my thing at all. But Injustice makes it worth it. Like, the Injustice is like the only fighting game with like a super legit storyline, with like comic books that you can read that enhance the story of it. The multiverse thing that they introduced gives you hours and hours of gameplay. Online's legit. King of the Hill's legit. Like, and even the way that they peppered us up, like, the game's been out for a year, and like we're saying, like, we're still waiting for stuff. Like, we have a playlist called The Injustice Boys. Like, this is a real thing for us. Like, man loves Injustice, fam. Man loves Injustice, fam. It's mad.
You know what? Yeah, I shamefully admit, like, I fell off it, but I could not wait for the Ninja Turtles to drop. Now, I didn't play the first Injustice game, right? Now I'm playing the second, and you know what makes me appreciate this more? With the comics, and like you said, the story that is just Everything.
So you haven't seen the story from the first game?
No. No. Oh, but I've read year one.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, like there's that
You've
bit
missed
where
that story.
I missed that
It's
story,
like
yeah.
Slice.
Like it's just that blank is just
Void.
there. But because I've read everything and just
That's what I mean. That's how much of a good game it is. Like this, it's a franchise now. It's not.
no,
it's
it
just
really is.
injustice.
It really is. It really is.
That's how like this. That's how sick this game is. And even the graphics as well for a fighting game. Jeez Louise.
It's lit, man.
So it's yeah.
It's mad.
That game came through, man. And,
Yeah, it came through. I'm still
That-
playing it.
You know what?
Actually online.
That is the right way for you to keep people playing and not trying to charge them and do all sorts of nonsense.
I mean, they are charging, man, but I feel like the way they charge you in Injustice is justified. They drop a character, they give you the option to buy the season pass.
It's an option.
Yeah, you can buy it if you want. But you can also buy the individual characters. So like me, I like Red Hood. So I go out, I spend a $5, I buy Red Hood. I'm good. I don't need Starfighter. I don't need the Ninja Turtles. I definitely don't need Enchantress. Do you get what I'm saying?
Or Hellboy.
Or help. I wasn't gonna bring him up. You know what I'm saying? But do you know what I'm saying? So the way they do it is right, and it doesn't reward you, but it gives you what you want at a reasonable price. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, that's
$5. You spend on chicken and chips.
exactly. That's how you introduce new things into your game. Anyway, so you're gonna be the last one. The last thing. Favorite thing of 2017.
This brings me joy to talk about this movie, and it's a spectacular movie. It's not, crazy, but it's crazy in the sense that that movie sticks to where it is. And I'm talking about John Wick 2. Okay. Yes, there's like a bunch of movies better than John Wick, but John Wick sticks to John Wick, sticks to the genre, sticks to the language, sticks to the action. Insane.
Do you know what's mad? Boogie! Are you done?
Yeah.
What's mad about John Wick 2 is that like it is itself. Like, and not enough movies do this these days. Like, just be you. Like, and that's all John Wick does. Like John Wick 1 and John Wick 2, they do John Wick to 10. Do you know what I'm saying? They never come down. Like, they know what they are, they do it, bro. Do you know what? Like, I just love it. Like, everything about John Wick's lit. Like, the villains, the good guy, the story. Like, even though there is no story, but there is a story. Like, no one cares about. Like, no one's here for the story, but they still give you a half decent one. Like, we know why these people are on this mission and why they're doing what they're doing.
It's they stay in their world. I love the end bit, and it's not going to end up well because obviously you're killing people, but still you're still on this guy's side. Now, another thing is I love language. It's not just listen. It's not the the greatest punchlines or something, but it's just there. 2-word answers and the way it bounces back from one assassin to another, and they just keep it sweet because you know what? They're not men of wood. They're men of guns, knives, bullets. Amazing. Oh, Lawrence Fishburne. Shut up. Common came through too.
Common, listen, do you know what, yeah? After seeing Common get head topped in Suicide Squad, I was like, maybe this guy's just not the one. He's the one. He is the one in John Wick 2. Like, he makes that movie just as lit as Keanu Reeves does. So, shout out to you, Common.
I was about to say, like, the action scenes. I love my action scenes. I love my choreography, and like the John Wick movies. I'm really gonna say for number 3. I don't think they're ever gonna disappoint.
Yeah.
Like, even like you're saying, the throwdown between him and Common, bloody hell. Even that was that real between them going down the stairs like that.
Man,
I felt that,
The way they just started.
Then you got them on the subway as well.
That's mad.
You working? Yeah.
Good
Have a
night.
good night. Unfortunately. Shut up! Are you dumb? Who's coming up with this script? Please let me read this script. Like, it's just amazing. Like, I've got both John Wick 1 and 2. I can't wait for the 3rd one. You know what's mad? Now everybody is an open a bounty on this guy. Like, what's he gonna do? Like,
American Wolf!
Listen,
He's got American Wolf!
like, what is it? Is this Matrix 2.1 or something?
Can't stop the boogie, man.
Wait,
Man
yo.
said, tell him to come.
Yo.
I'll kill a wall. Man said that.
Done.
Man said
Is
that.
it Baba Yaga? Shut up, bro.
It's mad anyway. Like,
Oh no, it's not. You know what's crazy? Because in the first movie they were talking about he murked a guy with a pencil, and you know you can just think about it. You can just think about it. You know, okay, you know what? This, you know what? It's a story. You know, a story. You know, like he did it. He did it with a pencil. Come on, what are we talking about here?
You can't believe
Jesus,
all the
man.
And it's a John
Love
Wick.
it. Oh. Whew. I need another shot now. Shout out to you, Kenny Reeves. Bad man.
okay. So now, guys, this is the first episode of the Cybernerds pod. Oh, not pod. Wait, what am I doing right now? Sorry, all your energy is frying my brain. Like, this is the first episode of the Cybernerds show. So right now, usually we'd take questions and we'd read out like the best comments from our last video. So
Or worse.
or worse, but we don't have any comments. So what I need you to do right now is go down there if you haven't already, type some comments, hopefully they're nice, tell us about your best and your worst, and we'll pick out someone, we'll talk about it in next week's show. Alright, other than that, I've got a couple things to tell you. Now, if you like this, if you want more of this, if you want to help us bring this to you every day, every week, every month of 2018 and moving forward, all you have to do is help us out by going to patreon.com/the-cyber-nerds and become a Patreon. And I think right now, somewhere on the screen, there should be a list of people. I don't know where it's going to be, but there should be a list of people moving or not moving. They're all our Patreons. They make it easier for us to bring you this content every day, every week, and whenever we do it. So thank you guys, and guys, you can be a part of this if you just go to patreon.com/cybernerds. So with no further ado, that was our best and worst of 2017. Let us know what your best and worst of 2017 is. I am Joe, 1/3 of the Cybernerds.
And I'm Raven GS.
I'm Sam, Mr. Ballistic, and I'll see you guys on the next level.
Peace.